Okay, hi guys. This is like the third time filming because I'm just so super excited right now. You have no idea. I have to hurry up and finish this video so I can go to church and give this to my friend Raquel. Hi Raquel. She is, I believe, subscribed to me here on YouTube. She makes the most incredible wreaths, and she gave me a sachet pouch and a wall hanging that's just, anyways, Raquel, you need to start making videos. We're getting her there. Anywho, let me take it down a notch. I am so excited. This creation right here is a little music box, and I'm not gonna post this until after I give it to Raquel at church because I don't want her to see this. So I'm sorry, I'm taking a sip of coffee. Let's take it on back. At least a year ago, I believe. Now that I'm thinking, it may have been longer than that. I don't know. I always think stuff happened like 2 weeks ago, and people are like, no, Stephanie, that was 3 years ago. So I'm really horrible about time. Raquel went to Boston with her incredibly talented daughter, Jasmine, who was invited to, it was some Boston School of Music up there. It's really big, really well known. And she got invited to go up there for a week for music training. And her mom, Raquel, went with her. And Raquel came back and she gave me this little cylinder inside of a little box. And I forget the proper name for this cylinder, but it's the mechanisms for inside of a music box. And there were no screws, no nothing with it. It's just a little cylinder, and when it plays the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Okay, but when it's not inside of something, you can't hear it. Like, I'm hard of hearing. In fact, I need hearing aids, but yeah, that's a whole nother. When I hold it just in my hand, I cannot hear it at all, like at all. And anyway, she gave this cylinder to me, and she was really moved. She said that this song really is special to her. And I knew instantly, okay, I have to make something with this and give it back to her. And I've been trying to put it inside of glass containers. Inside of glass, these things just, the sound is incredible. And I thought, I don't know how this is going to work, because you still have to be able to turn the little handle. And so, I mean, off and on, every time I pick this up over at least the last year, I've been just struggling with how am I going to do this. I've had all different kinds of little wooden boxes out, knowing I need to make something, with wood. And then I saw something on Pinterest. I was looking up crochet, and of all the weird things to pop up while I'm looking at crochet is this little 3x2 wooden music box that had this same thing situated inside with the little hole on the side. And it was from Harry Potter. It played the Harry Potter theme. And I was like, okay, I need to scale it down and figure out what I'm going to do. Yesterday, Saturday, while I was trying to clean and organize my craft area, I came across my stash of all of these paper mache it's these boxes that I've had, they're, oh my god, years and years I've had these. I just went nuts making these things, and then had a stash. Well, I had these little hat box size things, and I was like, this is the perfect size. So I you know, was going to put it inside of this heart one. And you can see I cut the hole here and then cut the hole here to situate it like this. And was like, nah, I didn't like the way that was sitting, so I rearranged it, cut the hole on the side, and took my roll of Tim Holtz tissue paper that looks like this. It's got kind of a waxy film on the top, but I used my gel matte medium and just traced around, you know, laid the little container on top of the paper, traced around, cut inside that, laid it down in there, Mod Podged everything down with gel matte medium, and on the bottom as well, all around, outside, inside, and let it dry overnight. And then this morning, but I also prepped everything last night, I painted the lid with my Tim Holtz Distress Paint in tarnished brass, and that turned out a lot brighter and shinier than I was expecting, but I like it. I think it goes well with the colors and everything. See, there's with the little lid on. And I will say, when you add any kind of a liquid like Mod Podge or even gel matte gel medium, to something like this paper mache, this is going to expand slightly, so just keep that in mind when you have something like a lid that needs to fit back on top. It's going to be just a little bit snug, but that's okay. So, anyways, I'm so excited. This morning, so I prepped everything, and I took my, I think it's probably still in the other room, in the kitchen. I took my paper piercer and went down inside a couple of these holes, went through the box and poked holes. Before I did any of the gel matte medium with the paper, I poked my holes, and I took some, let me see if I can grab them real quick. These little knobs that we were using for our mini album covers, I just took the little screw out of the bottom, and that's the, the little screw right there, and I used two of them to anchor my little cylinder down here. And this morning when everything was dry, and I put a ton of E6000 underneath the cylinder to also, you know, hold it down, and then put a couple of screws. There's just a little tiny screw in there, just to be sure that it stays. I know with that E6000, it's not going anywhere, but, you know. And so I've got him anchored down. Then I hot glued in a couple of flowers. I went around everything with walnut stain, because as you can see, this paper is quite white and bright, and I wanted to vintage it up, which is also why my hands are all inky. And got everything anchored. And then on the bottom, I put some little miniature thread spools, and I have a ton of E6000, and I put a drop of hot glue on each one just to hold it until the E6000 cures, because I need to give it to her today. Well, I mean, I don't need to, but I want to, because I can't contain myself. I'm so excited. So let me move that. On the lid, I painted this last night, like I said, with this tarnished brass distress paint, and a little hot glued a little tiny crochet doily that was from one of the Michael's dollar spots, like year 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, something like that. And one of those K & Company vintage keys. And this knob is also from Tim Holtz. I just poked through with my paper piercer and screwed it on there, and put underneath a bit of chain, and then opened up the jump ring and hooked it to the key. And then I just have a flower brad here with a little metal piece, and some little flat back pearls, some of these little flowers from spare parts from Hobby Lobby. And this one is from Recollections, and this is her little hat box, music box. And you can also, that's what it looks like, everything on, and you could also hear it I think you can hear it better with the lid on. But I am so excited, you guys. I can't wait to give this to her. So I am going to get off of here and get ready for church and get cleaned up and go. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.